Good afternoon, and welcome to Evermore Me, day 31. This is officially the last day that we've pledged to eat our dog food, so it's very exciting. And today we're going to talk about fish oil for the love of dog. I screwed that one up yesterday. That was all my fault. So we're going to go into a little bit more depth here, and then we've got an awesome surprise. So,
all right. Yeah, we're not going to spend too much time, but for old time's sake, we're just going to nerd out for a second and talk about why fish oil is yet one more unbelievably health-promoting ingredient in Evermore. Salmon oil, most of us know, and we even said yesterday, it contains omega-3 fatty acids, and they're essential to us because the body does not make them, and we need to get them from supplemental forms if you're not eating your fish. It's very important that you take your fish oil for many reasons. They have a very dramatic effect on our vital internal organs.
doesn't flaxseed also have omega-3s?
Yeah, but it's actually a different structure.
Huh.
It's not. I mean, there's a lot of people who will argue that you don't get the same type of benefits.
Okay, you can
And there's people who will say that you do, but
I was just curious.
from what I understand, they're not. It's not necessarily interchangeable. But there are omega-3 fatty acids. But I remember at one point when I was looking into it, I was told over and over that I should be getting it from wild fish and wild salmon in particular.
Fishes are delicious.
Yeah. So they have been shown to reduce the risk of colorectal and prostate cancer. The risk of colorectal cancer can be seen to decrease to nearly 60%, and the chance of prostate cancer can drop to 40% with regular intake of fish oils.
By 60%.
By 60%.
Okay.
Yeah, what did I say?
To 60%.
Oh, by
I'd be
60%.
like, wow, we're all really at risk for cancer.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think you were at risk for prostate cancer.
No, but it helps reduce the risk. Can I have some
Yeah.
please?
Oh, sorry.
Eyes healthy. There's a lot of healthy eye promoting activity going on in this mighty little bowl here of Evermore.
Yeah, we've got so much with all the carotenoids.
Yep, and what's the last thing we talked about? Oh, eggs.
Eggs,
They
yeah,
have
the
too.
lutein. So your dog will see well on Evermore.
Yeah, so they do help prevent against macular degeneration, and also, which is the leading cause of blindness in people over the age of 50. Also, they help with the reduction of red eye and dry eye. Actually, dry eye, not red eye.
Not red
but
eye?
Dry eyes.
So I shouldn't just have fish oil when I have to pop on an airplane.
Correct.
Super, okay.
Well, unless it makes it makes your eyes dry.
Oh,
Does it
okay.
make your eyes red? No, whenever you're
red,
dry.
but okay. So it'll make them moist, but not necessarily white.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Good. And what else? Good for managing diabetes. Again, a lot of diabetes management going into this too. I feel like we sort of are a broken record for all these positive health.
We're like, it does this and this and this, and it sounds like all of our ingredients do the same thing, but they sort of synergize with each other in a way that's optimal. So just because they might have overlapping qualities or properties doesn't mean that we shouldn't have all of them.
So I'll just go through. Good for managing diabetes, like I said. Salmon oil helps boost the good cholesterol, or the HDL, and studies have shown that HDL levels increase by nearly 10% with a high salmon oil diet. They also help reduce the bad cholesterol, or the LDL, improve skin health, reduce free radical damage caused by stress and lifestyle and aging, and also have been shown to help with depression. People who have omega-3s in there, they found that people who are depressed actually have lower levels of omega-3 in their red blood cell membranes. And when they increased their omega-3 intake from salmon oil, there was actually correlation with improved mood. So, those are my high-level things. Again, don't want to talk about it, but we wanted to give it its due. It is such an important thing to include in your diet.
Tell all your moody friends salmon oil.
So don't give them, like, flowers. Give them salmon oil.
The salmon oil might not smell as good as the flowers. So I'm going to talk about the inflammation related benefits, and the omega-3s help fight, reduce inflammation, and this can be helpful in reducing the risk of skin cancer because the harmful UV rays of the sun, one of the ways in which they're problematic and lead to the development of cancer skills is inflammation. They also can improve joint health. The nutrients help reduce arthritis and can increase the healing rate from sports injuries. I know a lot about sports injuries. I have them pretty regularly, and this is going to inspire me to take more fish oil.
Good, or just keep eating the Evermore.
or keep eating the Evermore, which we'll get to that later.
Right. Yeah.
They also promote heart health. The inflammation is another cause of heart disease. So omega 3s improve blood flow and prevent blood clots. So that's another way that we can see benefits. Sorry, I'm looking at something under the table, which is actually our surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another benefit of omega 3 is brain health.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I feel like I've gotten a lot smarter over the month.
Oh yeah, thinner, smarter, more
energetic.
More energetic. Yeah, I mean we've been having a heck of a busy month, and I do feel like my diet has
helped power us through it. Yeah. No, see, our brain is actually mostly fat.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's surprising. People probably don't think about that.
Yeah. So if somebody calls you a fathead,
it's
not necessarily an insult but anyway, it's the fats. Omega 3s are fats, and it strengthens. It strengthens your brain, so that's pretty cool too. It helps improve neuron connections and brain function. So
pretty powerful stuff.
Brain food, yeah.
And then back to what we said yesterday. Yeah, I mean,
it's known for its help with making shiny coats and improving skin quality.
Really?
And
do you
also,
have any examples of that?
I do have an example of that.
Interesting.
And this is our awesome surprise. This is Lamb again. She looks amazing.
Like a different dog.
Like literally
like a different dog.
Because she was missing like huge swaths of fur
mm-hmm.
on her body, which are growing in, and they're actually growing in red.
Mm-hmm.
So she's actually a ginger pup.
Yeah, she was a white.
We thought she was all white, but she's actually got reddish, like biscuity stuff going on. I'm holding her up close so everyone can see.
But we've told you that there are people who've stopped us in the park and said, we cannot believe the transformation in this dog, but I mean...
Yeah, I mean,
she's just
really...
a fluffy ball of, like...
Energy,
and just, she looks so much better.
So much better. And she got adopted!
Yay!
So Lamb's going to an awesome home,
mm-hmm.
and she's going to continue to eat Evermore because it's done her little body good.
Mm-hmm.
Although she's not going to eat my Evermore on the table that's soaked in hot sauce, so I'm going to put her down.
Right.
But
speaking of do a body good, we'll finish what you're saying.
No, so we can segue.
Well, Hannah just relayed a story to me that she heard from somebody. Another amazing kind of Evermore transformation story. If you feel
it wasn't too specific, just that this dog really wasn't doing well. And about like a month or two ago, the owners discovered Evermore, and this was relayed to me by someone like third hand, like
mm-hmm.
who wasn't really that invested in anything, and he had heard that this dog was on this new food that was doing really well, and was like, oh, is it by any chance Evermore? And they were like, actually yes. How did you know? So I guess it's less interesting in the retelling. But those are the kinds of things we hear all the time.
I still think
dogs,
it's pretty interesting.
What?
I still think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just somebody singles out, knows you kind of randomly and throws out a name, and they're like, yes, how'd you know? And we're like, because there's just one more story.
Yeah, we hear all the time about how the food has a really transformative effect, and it's just so cool. And I think it has, eating well has the potential to have that same transformative effect for people. It's
mm-hmm.
just, if you put your dog on a diet, and you actually monitor what they eat, the dog's not going to cheat. It doesn't really have the opportunity.
Right.
It's a lot harder as human beings with a little bit more power to exercise free will.
Yeah, no, I agree.
To stay on a regimen, which is actually why this has been a great exercise for us. We've been eating in a certain way, and we've made it public, so it's sort of taking the burden off of us.
Right. And I wanted to say, you had mentioned how you had never done something like this before. You've never sort of gone on
a diet.
And how do you feel did you find it very challenging?
I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it is.
Mm-hmm.
I could continue to eat like this.
Yeah, I actually could too. I mean, to be fair, I'm looking forward to a couple things. I don't have cravings. People have asked me that. I'm not like dying to like wake up and like dive into like a chocolate croissant or something.
Yeah, actually I've lost my taste for baked goods.
But, well... I mean, I would be open to a meal that included some oysters or some sushi,
chocolate,
some cheese, but I don't feel like I want to reintroduce wheat and dairy and sugar. I don't know that I was ever so crazy about eating a ton of it, but I really think my body has been best working on a low sugar, wheat, and dairy diet. And I have a feeling that we all probably could say the same thing, but everyone has obviously a different metabolism.
Yeah, I think
But I'm definitely a big fan of the kinds of foods that I've been eating, and you know, one thing that they say, I'm sure there's some phrase for it, but I do find that, you know, restriction definitely has fueled creativity. What is the phrase for that? There is a phrase. I don't know. How they say a lot of, you know, some of the most creative stuff happens
when you have parameters. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that parameters definitely, because you have guidelines certain places, it gives you more room to improvise. It's like jazz.
Yeah.
You know,
There you go.
you're improvising, but within sort of a framework of musical rules.
Right. And so, talking this way. Well, we could probably keep talking. I don't know.
We could keep talking.
I know one thing that I've learned through Evermore Me having to do this is that it's nice to drink during the day. No, I'm just kidding.
This is our celebratory.
Yeah.
I'm having a beer.
Cheers.
But this is our celebratory closing imbibement, you know, to sort of ring it out. Except we are going to be joining you all tomorrow because it doesn't feel right to just not finish out our work week without doing another cast. So we're going to have a very, very special webcast for you tomorrow.
Yeah, one final.
We got a special announcement for everyone. We're really excited about it. So, yeah, it'll be our final. I got to finish because
sure.
talk for a couple more minutes, Allison, while I eat.
Well, in case people aren't sure how to get Evermore for themselves, let me just remind you that we are sold in 30 plus retailers throughout Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Hudson Valley. Starting next month, we're going to be sold in stores throughout the entire Northeast, and we'll have our store locator updated. And we already have our online store all set up, and we are happy to ship all throughout the continental U.S. when you do not have a retailer within 20 or so miles of where you live.
There's if you look up to the menu on the website, I'm pointing up, there should be a drop down that says buy. You just click on that and shop online. And
look and see where our retailers are, shop online, email us at the contact page under about, call us if you want. We are always happy to answer your questions.
And if you are already feeding your dog Evermore, please share your stories. Send us pictures and videos of your dog eating the food or whatever else you want to send.
Yeah, we love hearing about it. And, you know, also your feedback, good or bad, is what helps drive our new formulas and any tweaks that we make. We try to be very responsive to people who have been very loyal and committed to feeding this food because they know how good it is. Anyway, on that note, we know how good it is because we have just been eating it for 31 days straight as our lunch, happily, with very, very minimal doctoring. A little salt, a little pepper, a little hot sauce. The
occasional mayo.
Sauce that we made from our ingredients. We appreciate you watching. And again, one more final feed tomorrow.
Yes.
So check in then.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.